We have one stat that I quote, the autism stat, and you hear different numbers, but it's thousands. They say between 10 and 20,000. So if you go back 15 years ago, we had like nobody. It was 1 in 20,000. Now we have 1 in 34. Is that right? 34. So 34 or 36 kids have autism. And if you go back, I guess 18 years, that whenever that was done, it was 1 in 20,000. So we got from 20,000 to 34, 36. That's unbelievable. So there's something wrong. There's something wrong. We've done something wrong. There's something, you're going to figure it out.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be doing a video called The Rise and Rise of Autism. According to recent research, about 1 in 36 children in the United States are diagnosed with autism. Here we have data from 11 sites within the United States between the years of 2000 to 2020, looking at 8-year-olds. These 11 sites are Arizona, Arkansas, California, Georgia, Maryland, Minnesota, Missouri, New Jersey, Tennessee, Utah, and Wisconsin. Out of this case study, approximately 1/3 of the children with autism also had intellectual disabilities. So I want to go back to what I said initially. According to research, 1 in 36 children in the United States are diagnosed with autism. For every girl identified with autism, boys were nearly 4 times as likely to be identified as autistic. The data shows us that there is no difference between ethnic groups. As we see here, it's not just the rise, it's the trajectory of autism in the United States. This is likely due to lifestyle changes because DNA doesn't change that quickly. Now, I'm not a scientist or a doctor or even an educator. I'm an American that sees an obvious issue, and I would like to bring awareness to this issue because no one else is talking about it. The data tells us that this is a trend. There are a number of factors which are usually split 50-50. One, we've had an increase of awareness, which has led to an increase in detection and diagnosis. Now, this likely explains part of it, but it's not going to account for the full dramatic increase. The other 50% is environmental factors. Based on information obtained from Columbia University, about half of these increases are due to a greater awareness, and the other half are due to other factors, such as lifestyle factors, which is a true increase in prevalence. Most people on the street, they don't recognize this shocking data. There's so many industrial chemicals in our environment, and just in the modern world that we live in, most of these chemicals are only tested for safety in adults and not on the developed brain of a fetus or a young adult or a young child, Some of these chemicals are likely having a negative effect on the human developing brain, but we just don't know. Just some background, autism is defined as a person who has behavioral issues dealing with social interaction and communication, and also they have restricted and repetitive patterns in behavior, interests, and or activity. This behavior is usually thoughts or sensory responses to the environment. These are core features of autism. Based on the science so far, none of these point to biology, this is only derived from what the scientists and or the doctor has observed. I just wanted to hit on this because if you look at the numbers, the trajectory is out of this world. And as I stated before, 1 out of 3, okay, 1 out of 3 will have intellectual disabilities, which usually means that they'll be unable to work effectively and live on their own ever.